Hey everyone, it's Becky and I'm back. I'm here with my design team project for April for Craftsupplies1. They are altered love letters, and I'm pretty sure that most everybody that's watching this video knows where I got the inspiration for this from. And in case you don't know, it's from Miranda, and she's Miss Liberty 25 here on YouTube. She did some altered love letters, and she used like aluminum foil tape, and so I tried to incorporate the same techniques as she did on her love letters. Some I did on my own. Some techniques I used just from what I've learned and stuff. I didn't use like the same colors and things as she did, but I made these for myself and I really wanted some, so I kind of made it to coordinate with my stuff, even though I'm still kind of all over the place. So here's like the overview, and they're kind of scrunched together because it's really big and they're all the way back on my table as far as they can go. So there's like the whole thing, and I'll just kind of go over each letter and tell you what I've done with them. On this one, I did the aluminum foil tape, and I ran it through my Big Kick embosser, the checkerboard one. And I did like the image transfer on the aluminum foil tape on a couple of the letters, but you can't see it because I sprayed them. And I've done a bunch of texture paint. So I'll just kind of try to tell you what I did. So I watched that tutorial video by StationeryChic, and she did the image transfer on aluminum foil. So I tried it, and so that's what a lot of the pink that you can see poking out like through there, that's where it comes from. And then a lot of them, or a couple of them, I just left them like the aluminum foil color and I just sprayed over it. So here on this one, here at the very top, let me just kind of show you really quick. Here is a butterfly from Craftsupplies1, and then here is like the bigger flower, and I forget the size. I think this one's 2 inches, and they're the life-size ones that you can get. I actually ended up cutting this one because it poked out way too far, so I cut this one. I cut the back of it off and stuck it on there, and I used some lace that is from Craftsupplies1 as well. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus better. There we go. And so there's the lace, and then I'll just kind of turn it this way. There's a little pink flower from Craftsupplies1, and a little white one. It's like a rosebud from the store as well. This is like a leaky shed. Oh, good grief. Like a wood flourish. There we go. And then I did, here on the side, I got a script stencil from Sock Crafters, and I just used the modeling paste that Marla sent me. Thank you, Marla. And then I did it over here. A few places. I did the checkerboard one. I got, not a checkerboard, a brick one from Sock Crafters as well. And then I did the texture paint, and I used antique linen, the Tim Holtz Distress paint, and I put some sand in it and used that. And then this is that crushed velvet Tim Holtz paint, that darker pink, and I put sand in, a little bit of sand in it as well. And then the sprays that I used on this was, I did a little bit of this dark chocolate truffle, and a little bit of this cotton candy pink. And then I used quite a bit of this, and this I think is new, and it's that frostbitten fuchsia. And I actually ended up using this with, like if I sprayed too much of the dark chocolate truffle, I'd use that to kind of, fade it out a little bit. So that's what I did. that's why it's kind of shimmery. They're the Starburst sprays. And then on some of the flowers I used this creme brulee cream. And just to kind of give it a little bit more color, you know, other than white. This is one of the biggest, the life-size flowers. I think this and this one up here are the same size, but where I cut this one, this is like how far it would poke out. But I really like it down here. So there's a flower from Craftsupplies1, and then these ones as well. That's the little tiny pink ones that you can get, and then this is like a white rosebud. And then these are the acrylic flowers right there. And then this is a green two-toned one. This is just a Prima flower that I had from the Divine collection. And then that's the brown two-tone one. And then there's another white. I forget what these ones are called. It's like I want to say a gardenia, just by the way it's kind of shaped and twisted. And then there's like a pearl spray from Craftsupplies1. And then there's another one of those white flowers. And another pearl spray. These are like the pearl bead sprays. And these are like the pearl sprays that come. They're long. You can cut them down to whatever size you want them. And this Leaky Shed wood flourish actually comes and it's shaped like an L. So I just glued it on. I used the sand technique with the antique linen. And then this is Tim Holtz hinge, the new ones that have come out. And then you can see there's the script. And then I just did the aluminum foil tape, and I just left the back of it. I just gessoed, but I left it like that. And that is pretty. Oh, and then these little clock hands and the clock face are Prima. I'm sorry, I'm not even in frame. Those are Prima, and I got those, I think from Jody Lee's Etsy store. So that's where I got those. I haven't been able to find these, so when I got them, I got a whole bunch. So I think that's it for my L. And then for my O, I might have to do 2 videos. Just do it really quick here. This is the lace from Craftsupplies1, and it's the like 3-inch wide pink. It's like a mauve. But it's really pretty, and I kind of layered it, put it in the background, and then these are just some number stickers that I had, and I put the texture paint on them, and you know, just stretched them, and then I did the script stencil, and I did a little bit of gesso and the texture paint. And this is a little Prima frame. No, this is a Melissa Francis frame. And then I put some more lace behind that. And then this is a flower from Craftsupplies1. And then this one is just a Prima flower from the Divine collection. This is a Crazer Craft. I said that right. Wood flourish. And then I just put some Craftsupplies1, the little, like, they're little tiny pink ones. I think it's like a 1/2 inch, and I put texture paint and some sprays on it, so it's kind of more multicolored now. There's a green two-tone, and these are like a lime green. They're really cute, and I like working with those. And then some more pearl sprays up there. And then there's another Prima clock and hands, and I did a white one and a black hand. And then there's like a Prima, I forget what these are called, metal trinkets, I think is what it's called. And so I think that's it for my O. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know. I did shattered glass embossing folder on this one, so you can kind of see. I kind of alternated it. I only have 2 embossing folders, so I tried to use them both. I'm actually going to start another video, so I will be back just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I guess I'm only allowed so many minutes to upload certain, or uploading videos. So here's the V. Let me see if I can get it to come in better. There we go. So here's the biggest flowers. These are the really big life-size ones. And then these ones are the next step down. I think these ones are about a 3-inch, I believe. I don't have my ruler right here. And then these ones are like 2.5. So that's, and I think these are like the biggest ones you can get. Craftsupplies1. And then down here I did another one of those white flowers. And then the brown two-tone and one of those little pink ones. As you can tell, I'm really in love with those flowers. I use them on everything. And then there's another pink one and another pink one right there. And they're so little, like they go perfectly, just here and there or in little spaces if you need something to fill. They go really good. Like down in here I needed something, and I think on my E I'll show you, I tucked another one in. So they're really good to use that way. There's another green two-tone and a pink one. And then this is one of those ornate frames. Is that what they're called? By Tim Holtz. And I just stamped the word love, and that's a Prima stamp, and I don't remember what line it's from. And I stamped it on some the Lyric collection, that pink that I tried to image transfer on this, but you can't see it. So that's what I did there. And then this is a trinket from the Lyric, and I just hung it from there with a little bling. And then over here is just some beads that I have, and I hung it from that side, and that's a clock key from Tim Holtz. This on here for the texture is the checkerboard again, and then I did the crackle with the modeling paste that Marla sent me, and then I did the sand technique, the texture paint on it all over as well, and I sprayed it with the 3 sprays I showed you. So there's that. You can see like more of the silver. I only did like the image transfer on like 4 sheets of 4 length. It was like this long of the paper, the image transfer, and then I just figured the rest I could just fill in and texture, so you couldn't really tell. So there's that. And then there's a Prima Lyric button that says love. And then there's one of those metal not trinkets, what are these called? They're the flowers, good grief, it'll come to me, that I've been using on everything because I love them. So I stuck that in there. And then, that's a Tim Holtz. Those are like the new trinket things that you can alter and make your own thing with them. And then over here, this is a Crazer Craft Wood Flourish again. And then a pearl spray. And this is like just, one of those lock things, those latch locks that I altered and sprayed and stuck on there just because it needed something else. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and that's, one of those Prima light bulbs that says us. So that's pretty much it for that, for my V. Trying to remember the name of those. They're metal, junkyard. I know, it's coming. I'll let you know. Here's my E. Let's see. Up here, there's another butterfly, and it got torched by my heat gun. And I didn't know it, and I don't want to take it off, and so I just think it's my grungy butterfly. I don't have another white one. I'm going to have to order it. Maybe I'll replace it. I don't know. So there's that, and then on my ink, so you can tuck those little tiny flowers in right there. And I tucked it in behind the butterfly. So that's what I did there. And then there's a Craftsupplies wood flourish, and I actually just broke off this little piece of it and stuck it there. I did the script stencil, and I did the chicken wire one, and I just kind of faded them out into each other, so it goes into the chicken wire, and then there's chicken wire, and it goes into the script that you can't really see, and then the script comes out here. So that's how I did that. There's a Tim Holtz, you know, the middle corners, and here on the top, let me turn it so you can kind of see. I did the acrylic sprays. You can't really see, like, they're just the clear ones, but I kind of, you know, put the texture paint on top of them, and then there's the pearl spray and a little pink flower again. And then I just kind of twirled the little ends of the pearl spray and the acrylic spray on that. And this one is the shattered glass. I ran the aluminum foil through the shattered glass embossing folder. And I used the 3 sprays and the texture paint with the crushed velvet and the antique linen. There's another Tim Holtz hinge. There's a Craftsupplies dress form. And there's some Prima clock hands. And I hung, this trinket is from the Prima Lyric, and I hung it from there, and there's just a little bead that I had there. And then these are some Jesse James beads, and I did a stick pin, I stuck it in there. There's a little tiny Prima clock. I think these are so cute. I don't know, there's a shadow. If you guys can see it, there's that. And then this is one of those Martha Stewart molds. I just made this frame and put the texture paint on it. And I did a little, like, used the pearl strands from Craftsupplies1 as her belt. And then this is just a little button I put right there. And there's, this is a pink two-tone flower, and I sprayed it with the creme brulee cream, like down in there, just so that it would kind of, you know, mesh it all together so there wasn't like white standing out. It is white and pink. They are really cute. I like working with them because, you know, you can take off leaves, or you can squish them together, or you can leave it open. I really like it. See, I've stuck those little flowers in. This one right here is, if I'm trying to get it to focus, it won't. There we go. Is a Craftsupplies1, and these are like the ivory ones, and I just color them. And then there's a green two-tone one. And right here is just like a little cherub button that I had. And I gessoed it. It was gold. And I gessoed it, and then I put some texture paint. And then there's a domino right there. And the brown two-tone flowers from Craftsupplies1. I think these are the 3/4 inch ones. And then there's like the little gardenia and a little rosebud. There's a calla lily. This is like a light peach. And then this is a pink. The little pink ones, and there's another Prima flower. There's another little light peach calla lily, and then this is a Tim Holtz buckle that I just stuck in there just to kind of fill it in. So there's my E, and I'll put it back so you can kind of get an overview again, maybe. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I will email Miss Liberty and let her know that she inspired me if she wanted to watch my videos, so, and I hope she does. So So I just want to thank everybody for watching, and leave any comments, questions below, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Have a good night.